Hey y'all, it's Jo. Today we are going to talk about 2 test patterns I did. This is the horse from Robin at Knotting Hook Crochet, and this is Zuzu the Bumblebee from JACKI at Dear JACKI Stitchery. If y'all hear any noises in the background, we are having a thunderstorm right now, but you know, such is life, so I'm going to keep recording. Okay, so y'all remember the dragon I did? I'll link that down below. This is Robin with Knotting Hook Crochet. I did a test pattern for her dragon, and I also did a little test for her horse, but it came out within a few days after I asked to be a tester. Anyway, so I'm finally getting around to making a video because it's been a while, a couple of weeks maybe, I think it's been out. And so yeah, so her pattern is available, and this is her horse, and I just absolutely love it. I was so excited to see that she did a horse, and it's pretty much, no, it's not just like the dragon, but it's a lot like, it's the same kind of body concept and construction as the dragon. And let me go get that instead of keep pointing to this little bitty thing y'all are looking at. Okay, it's not so little bitty. It looks little bitty back there on my shelf. But this is her dragon, and this is the horse. So you can see they kind of have a similar body shape, and I just love it. I think it's absolutely adorable. I love the 4 legs down for the animals as opposed to sticking out straight in the front like a doll type. So this, I was really drawn to this, and she did a great job. She gives you a few options on like the mane and tail. Like you could, I think an option was to use like a fur or eyelash yarn and just cut the strands like you would for regular yarn, or just use regular worsted weight yarn. But I opted myself I wanted to stick with the blanket yarn. I didn't want to switch it up and use a different yarn for the mane and tail. So what I did was I used the blanket yarn that the contrasting color that I have on the feet for the mane and tail. And I did twisted fringe. So that's all I did. You can see I only have like 5 of them right here. I just did them in like a little square or a circle. And the mane I just connected and just went down. And then I did some little shorties up here for his little, you know, his little head on top of his head. Some little shorties, scruffies to stick up. But I thought that came out so cute. I love it twisted. And let me tell you, if you have any issues with carpal tunnel or with your wrist getting sore, twisted fringe is not for you. I have seen, there's lots of tutorials, you know, here on the tube to learn how to do twisted fringe in case you don't know. But I have seen where people have used a drill to make the twist, because otherwise you're either grabbing the yarn with your finger and you're twisting, or you're doing it with the hook and you're twisting, and you see this motion. Like for instance, this mane, for each one I had to twist like 55 times. I think I twisted these more like 65 or 70 times, twisting each one. Yes, my wrist was killing me because it does get sore a lot. I haven't gone to the doctor. There's the thunder. I haven't gone to the doctor to like get it looked at or x-rayed or whatever to see if I have carpal tunnel or whatever. But I guess when it does get bad enough, I probably will. But for now, it just gets sore and achy. And then I know to back off, especially when I use Bernat blanket yarn, right? But this is made with the loops and threads let me grab it. Chenille Home Slim. Yes, oh my gosh. Yes, mess everywhere, puff balls everywhere. But I love it. So I just deal with it. You know, just like my husband. I love him, so I just deal with him. Okay. So this is the, where's the color of this darn thing? Blue Shadow. This one's called Blue Shadow. And this one, stuck the label here. Sometimes if you take the labels off because you're working from the outside, you can't get them back on because the ball puffs up. This one is, you know, it's the purple color. Let's see. Elderberry. So that means it must be good for you. Can I make syrup out of this? Anyway, so the reason why I chose these colors, if you have been with me for a while, you know that I have a little blue Bronco, and it's the area, the color of the Bronco is officially called Area 51. So it's like a bluish gray. Whoops. So that one went on the floor. So I got the blue to match my Bronco, and this is a little bit more blue and not as much gray, you know, for a perfect match, but it's close enough. And I took a picture of him sitting on top of my Bronco, so I'll show y'all that. And then my accent color that I have, just a few little things inside, I have it accented with the purple color. So, because I think blue and purple looks so good together. Although, you know, I really wanted to go with pink, but I actually think that purple looks much better with blue. It's more, that's so funny. It's more grown up, like I'm grown up. I'm not grown up, but you know what I mean. It's more, it's more of a color combination that older people might wear as opposed to pink and blue, you know, like kids. So, and here I am wearing pink and blue. What the heck am I even saying? I have no idea. Y'all don't pay attention to me. So it looks just like my Bronco, so I had to make one. Remember I made a Bronco? Oh, I'm gonna go grab it real quick. This was the last horse I made for my Bronco to match my Bronco. You can see it's much more gray, but this one was too light. But this one is really, really cute. This was out of a book, Brain Fart. I forgot what book this was from. Caroline, For the Love of Crochet, did it too. So, yeah, I'll write it right here in case y'all want to look that one up. But I love my little horses. So I really want to try to, y'all know that I tried to start making a little horse. Why don't I have all this stuff in front of me when I think I'm going to talk about it? Okay, so this is the prototype that I did for a plushie horse. And I wanted to make it really small like this because there is a thing with Broncos called Buck Bronco. And I don't think I would ever buck with this because this is a lot to just give away. But so it's along the same concept. If you've heard of Duck Duck Jeep, Jeeps give each other little rubber ducks. If you ever see Jeeps and you see the little rubber ducks on their console, what is that called? Dashboard. It's just like a little, hey, I see you. I love your Jeep. Cool dude. So Broncos do the same thing, but they do it with horse items. And a lot of them could be like, you know, the little rubber duckies. They have some that look like a horse. And then they have like other little plastic horses, and they have anything horse related. People give keychains with horseshoes and just any and everything. So it's not necessarily a little toy you're going to put on your dashboard, but it could be anything horse related. So I thought I need to make these. I have to tweak this pattern because, you know, this is just my prototype. But so when Robin came out with this horse, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to make another horse. I got to make another big horse. So I love this one. Absolutely love it, Robin. Great pattern. And hopefully I can get to tweaking this soon so I can go buck some of my fellow Bronco peoples out there. So I'll give y'all another little close look. Oh, just to let you know, these are my eyes. These are my eyes. I have a pattern for these on Etsy, the written pattern, but there's also a tutorial here on my channel. I'll have that link down below in case you'd like to make your own crocheted eyes. So, yeah. I like to put the crocheted eyes on almost every plushie that I make. But lately I've been making a lot of smaller plushies, and so I've been doing the embroiderer eyes, you know, the little black ones with the white on the side and the little white down in the middle. So I've been doing a lot of that on the little ones, but I'll show y'all that in another video. Oops. Okay, got my dragon. So these are by Robin with Knotting Hook Crochet, and I'll have all her deets down in the description box. Y'all hear that thunder? Okay, it's rolling by. Okay, so let me tell y'all about Zuzu the Bumblebee. And this is a pattern by JACKI at Dear Jackie Stitchery. Look how cute. Now y'all know, as soon as I saw that, I don't see a lot of stuff. I don't see a lot of people calling for pattern testing, and I don't go on special sites for pattern testing. But I was so excited when I stumbled across this one day on, I think it was Instagram. Dear Jackie Studio on Instagram. I was looking to see if she had her infos here on the back. No, okay. Anyway, so I will have all her links down below in the description box, of course. And I was so excited to see this bee. I really love how the bee looks. So more realistic and not, you know, it's got shaping to it. And it's not just a cylinder with, you know, it's not just a cylinder with legs and wings on it, or not even legs, right? Those other kind don't even have legs on them. But so I thought this was just so precious. I loved the way it looked. And I was so excited that Jackie chose me to test for her. And, well, you already saw this in the opening, but here is the one I made. And I made this again out of Chenille Home Slim from Michaels. And actually, I think the pink one is called Sweet Snuggles Light, right? It's the same yarn. They just have different colors marketed for baby yarns and adult yarns, home yarns. So, so of course I used the black, and I used this pink, a very light pink. Let's see, what's the name of that one? That's Sweet Snuggles Light in Barely Pink. So yeah, so it's a really, really light pink. I'll stick my little label down there. This yarn is so soft. After I made these two test patterns, I had these little fluff balls everywhere. So He came out so cute, y'all. This is Zuzu the Bumblebee. And look at the sweet little wings. Now you can tack these down more if you want. She suggested to tack them down so they don't flip-flop. But I like them. I tacked them down just a little in the back, but not, you know, too far. Let me tell y'all something about the little legs here. Because when she sent me the test pattern, and I hope it's okay to talk about this, Jackie. I'm sorry if it's not okay. But she sent the pattern and I was so excited to make it, and you know, there was barely a couple of things, you know, very nominal that needed to be fixed. So she's an excellent pattern writer, of course. But she made the bee, y'all, with 4 legs. And I was like, you know, my JOCD was getting to me because, you know, I'm all about the bugs. You know, my husband and I have a pest control business, in case any of you don't know. And, you know, Joe's Web with the spider. And, you know, I love spiders, and bees are my favorites. But I love all insects. Maybe not so much cucarachas, but you know. So anyway, so she made the bee with 4 legs. And when I made the pattern and I put the 4 legs on, and I took some pictures. And then I said, you know, I had intended on making 6 legs anyway. I'm like, but I want to make the 4 legs. I want to make it exactly like the pattern. And I sent her the pictures. And so I've added 2 more legs onto it. And then I just explained to her how, you know, that we own a pest control business. And since the bee looks more realistic and not like a doll or like a cylinder, that I want, you know, I wanted to add the other 2 legs on there to put the 6 on. And I took some more pictures, and then I sent it to her, and I think that she loved it with the 6 legs. Although when it just had these 4, I'm going to try to hold these 2 here. I'm going to hold these 2 back. When it just had the 4, you can see it looks a lot cleaner, like for pictures. It doesn't look so busy. You know, it's like, it does look really cute with just the 4 legs. And I think that's what a lot of dolls, amigurumi dolls, people, you know, the 2 arms and the 2 legs, you know, even though whatever kind of animal it is, you know, when you make like a doll amigurumi. But, so I sent her the pictures of the 6 legs too, and I think she must have really liked it. And she decided to change her pattern and make it the 6 legs. But of course, you can just put 4 on there if that's all you want. But I was like, because of my suggestion, she did the 6 legs instead of the 4. So that was nice. She's very friendly, easy to talk to, Jackie. I don't even know if you're ever going to watch this, but you know, it's an awesome pattern, and I was very happy to test for you. And I hope I'll get to do that for you again. Now, I did not know Jackie until I saw that. So come to find out, she is already a amigurumi book author. I said Arthur again. I always say Arthur because that's my dad's name. Author. She's an author of an amigurumi book. Let me... it's in this stack somewhere on my desk. Yarn Cake Amigurumi. So I had to get on the Amazon and order me one. So let me just give y'all a close-up of this. Aren't those just absolutely adorbsable? Yes. I did one out of the book. But before I show you that, I want to show you, which I should have talked about this first, but anyway, I made another bee. I made one out of Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. You see, I got my 6 legs on here, and they're all like curly cute. They're so funny. But I like it like that. I think they're really cute like that. You know how when you chain and then you go back and you do slip stitches, or I think this was single crochets. It does. It will make it curl up like that. But if you really wanted it to go straight, I could just pull that straight and do some blocking, a little steam or whatever, and I could get the legs to go straight. But I think they're really cute like that. So I did the little embroider eyes. I think that's what she has in her pattern, right? No, she's got, that's right, she uses safety eyes. And as you can see, she's got a safety eye there, but she's just got that little white going on the outside, like halfway around, like crescent moon shape right there. And that really, you know, I'm not a big fan of safety eyes at all, but that really adds to it. So I really like that. I really like that she did that. So as you can see, but I did do the embroidered eyes on this one. And on this one, I did my crocheted eyes. So those are my pattern. I have a link down below for the YouTube tutorial, and then there's a written pattern on Etsy if you want that. But yeah, so these are my 2 bees. So this is, trying to remember what size hook. I think I used a 6mm with the chenille home slim for this one. For this one I used a 4mm and just regular worsted weight acrylic. I used my Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn because I have a huge stash of it. So let me grab this ruler and see. This one measures about 5.5 inches. And this fella measures a good 12, a solid 12. So here we have less than half the length of this one. So those are my bees. Okay, so now back to the book real quick. I have a grand fish, and he is a beta. He was never really very vibrant and colorful. My son picked him up, and he said he was the only one that showed him some attention, like, pick me, I want to go home, you know, kind of thing. So when he brought him home, poor thing, in that little plastic container, you know, he was pale. He was almost looked like this. All of his color was just like drained out of him. Well, we have nursed him back to health because he looked pretty pitiful. And he, I keep saying he because it did say it's a male dragon fish, whatever. So his name is Draggy. That's what he named him. Draggy. I'll insert some pictures or whatever. So in this book right here is a beta fish. She's got a beta fish pattern. Let me find it in here real quick. See if we, whoops. Oh, I must have stuck that card right there. Well, duh. So here it is. Shawarma the beta. Shawarma the beta. And there's the pictures in the book for it. So I tried to mimic my coloring to look like the one I have. Or not I have. My grand fish. And this, I have him on this little stand here. This is what he looks like. So he was almost like this really pale color, his whole body when we first got him, when he first came home. But he has been flourishing, and he's got some bright corally colors in his fins. You know, he's still very pale in the body. But what he does have that I didn't put on this fish is he's got He's got a little dark, almost, I want to say it's almost like a navy, or I don't know if it's black or it's really, really dark up here on his little top fin. You know, he's got some dark coloring. So I almost thought about, and like his little gills under here are like his little flap opening. I don't know what you call that. Is like black. And I'm like, oh, I don't think that would look good if I put a line of black right there. But what do you think about trying to put some coloring on this to match him? I almost thought about getting like some dark charcoaly eyeshadow or something maybe, and just trying to put like some little dark spots, because you know how you can do blush on the cheeks, so why not put the dark markings? So I don't know if I'm going to try that or not, because I don't want to like ruin my beautiful little fish. But it's a great pattern, and aren't those fins just beautiful? I love the way they look. They're beautiful. I brought the I brought this, I have it on this little stand like this. I brought it and set it in front of the tank, and so Draggy was like freaking out. He was like going up and down and up and down and up and down. I didn't know, I don't think he thought it was a friend. He probably thought it was a foe. It was gonna eat him or something, I don't know. But he didn't go hide. He was right there at the glass. So I thought that was just so cute. So that's my little Draggy fish, and this makes me want to do other more customized pet amigurumi. You know what I mean? Like my grand cat and my grand dog. I could I could make little amigurumis and try to get as close as I could to their coloring and their markings, you know? Wouldn't that be so cute? I might try that one day in all my spare time. So anyway, he's so cute. And look, this one weebles and wobbles. Glub, 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 glub. Okay. So that is also a Dear Jackie Stitchery pattern in her book, Yarn Cake Amigurumi. And I guess the reason why it's called Yarn Cake Amigurumi is because her patterns are made with yarn cakes, and you can see the color changes in them, you know, as she's going along. Now you can color control or not color control, of course, in your yarn cakes. I actually, no, I did not color control in this. Oh, I used, oh, what is the name of this yarn? So what I used for Draggy is Lion Brand Scarfy. So I love Scarfy for the fact that the color changes are very ombre-ish, and you don't get those abrupt color change lines. So I did him in the Scarfy. So I didn't color control at all. So it just, I think it turned out perfect. I absolutely love it. Okay. This Lion Brand Scarfy. Okay, I'm throwing this in. One thing I didn't realize when I ordered this book was that it is in UK terms. And I realized that once I started making my little fishy, and which I already have right back here. But, you know, because it was calling for double crochets, and I was like, oh darn, I don't really like to make amigurumis with double crochets. But I proceeded, and then about, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 rows in, I realized This is UK terms. This is not American. So US terms would be a single crochet instead of a double crochet. So anyway, I don't know if the book comes in a single crochet in a US term version, but it's easy enough to convert, right? Yeah, there was no issues with converting it. I just had to remember every time it said DC, it meant a SC. But yeah, so that's it. So thanks y'all for sticking around for Joe's Web number 116, where it was all about knotting hook crochet and Dear Jackie Stitchery. And y'all be blessed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.